We're now in the main hall of Slakthuset in Malmö, the slaughterhouse at Nordic Game. I'm standing here with Oskar from EA Easy. And you guys just launched the browser-based strategy game Lords of Ultima. How's that going?
It's going great. We went live last week. I mean, we've been in a closed beta and then an open beta, so we kind of ramped up slowly. But last week, the users just rushed in because it's all open now. It's all available, and we opened the store so you can actually buy some stuff as well, which you couldn't before. So yeah, it's just great to see all the feedback from the users.
Yeah, we were just talking with Christian Segerståhle from Playfish, and they've of course done their thing on Facebook, and you guys are outside Facebook. How different is that? Why didn't you go on Facebook instead?
I think Facebook is something we are exploring. I mean, it's a territory we want to see what can be done there, but we also want to see, we don't want to be totally dependent on Facebook, because everybody has MySpace in recent memory, and you never know what's going to happen with Facebook. Even though it looks strong, everything is going in the right direction, you want to have other options. But we're definitely exploring Facebook. Lords of Ultima was built as a non-Facebook game as a start, but you never know where it's going to end up.
And then, of course, we have Battlefield Heroes, which now has surpassed, what, 4 million registered players? Is that going strong still?
Absolutely. For me, I mean, I've come from the box product games before I started at Easy, and for me it's just so interesting to see that you can build a game, you release it, and you don't have to do 90% of your sales in the first month, which is the classic example of when you release a game. In Heroes, we just continue building in, and actually the last month we made more money than we made any other month in the process. So we're slowly ramping up, and it's just going great. It's very interesting to see also what every month we release new content, and it's very interesting to compare the content that we release to see which one corresponds with our users the best. I mean, pirate hats, or is it skeleton suits, or is it the Bad Company 2 stuff that we did now? It's very interesting to compare the outfits, what work, what doesn't work, and also just getting the direct response from users is also great. To have this channel to the users is just amazing.
Yeah, the follow-up question that I was going to ask, even though 4 million registered users, but the follow-up question, so you're actually making money, but obviously you are. But there was a bit of a, I don't know, bit of a rough time where people felt that they were being milked for money, that you changed things in the game that forced people to pay instead of being able to play for free with skill sets and stuff like that. How do you, as a more or less a free-to-play developer, deal with that kind of feedback and deal with balancing the fan base expectation of free content and paid content?
I mean, it's as you say, it created a bit of controversy in the forums when we did the pricing change back in the last year. What's interesting is that it's always the users that complain the most, that are heard the most. I mean, we had a lot of users that were like, no, this is actually a good change. It's gonna make it better for us. But it's always the one that complains the most that's heard the most. And especially, it's easy to think that your community is your forum, but actually, I mean, your community is everyone that plays the game. And we have stats that show that maybe 5% of our users, less than 5%, even look in the forums, and less than 1% write in the forums. But it's still those players that are heard the most. But I think now, when people play the game, they see that the game that are out there now is far superior to what we had when we released the game. So I think people are experiencing this is a product getting better and better and better. And you can still play for free.
Where do you think, because the free-to-play genre in general, and we're looking at Battlefield Heroes, we're looking at browser-based games, we're looking at social games, we're looking at MMOs. It's more and more games that are going for that model. Where do you think that the future lies? Where will we be in the free-to-play genre, say, even 1 year or 5 years away from now?
I think all the games you see out there is going to change how you charge for content. I think even the box products are going to be charged in a different way. They've been talking now about charging for demos. They've been talking about, you know, episodic content. There's so much different.
$25 for a sparkling flying horse in World of Warcraft?
Exactly. In recent memory. No, but I mean, so I think we're going to see a lot of change in how you pay as a user, and I think you will have the option to play a lot more for free, but you will also have the option to invest a lot more in your game if you really want to get hardcore in it.
Thank you for your time.